It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Second and 10.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Patriots, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead.
And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Extra point forthcoming. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Lockett the return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They go play action with Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. On second down, Winters. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw is Richardson. Throwing on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now Burrow. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A give to Elliott running left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 35 on 2nd down, Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Rolling to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there for the Patriots.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Elliott is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Throwing on first down, Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Second and 12 at the 14-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. 44 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. First down, Patriots.
Here we go. Here we go. Big 13.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think,
touchdown, Patriots! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Steelers 7. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check line 33. Check line 33.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Richardson on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Watch right. Watch right.
Here's Richardson on 1st and 10. Over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And they go play action now. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Burrow on play action. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Richardson. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
On first down, Winters. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Off the play fake, Richardson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Richardson throwing on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down.
But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Carlson down to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28 to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Burrow's throw taken in by Samuel. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for New England. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 32. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, so they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. That will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A big run that time by Elliott. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff left, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third down, Elliott. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down now, Winters. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Off play action. Richardson. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Richardson. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Patriots. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal. Burrow flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Richardson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, Richardson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 78 yards. And the Steelers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice.
That's caught inside the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Winters, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. They'll keep it on the ground. Winters, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.